Hi, Austin with Obsolete Automotive, and today doing a short recap of some work done on the 57 Ford. The car did drive, but it definitely needed some work. Transmission had some issues, the tires were just junk. Had to change that stupid steering wheel. Various things. This is just kind of a short video showing some updates on that, and let's just delve into it. Not having a dedicated cameraman does make it hard to get footage sometimes, so some things I didn't get footage of, but I'll fill in the details. This thing has got to go. It was ready to come off itself. All right. Well, let's see about getting the original wheel on here. Use the puller to take off that aftermarket horn plate and steering wheel mount. And there's the original wheel. Now there is a keyway. If you look on the splines right there, there's a section with no tooth, and that'll line up with the steering wheel. So it can only go on one way. And there it is. So then we'll put the nut back on, crank that thing down, and we'll be good to go. There we go. Already looking better. And to install the horn ring, you can see there's those 3 tabs. On the steering wheel, there's 3 cutouts. So what you'll do is line up those 3 tabs, and you can push it in and turn. There you have it. The steering wheel's, or the horn ring I should say, is broken, but better than what was on there. This thing. Okay. Take off the first one. And it says Ford again with tin tape. Okay, so it's still there. It's just pretty well weathered. But I think I'd rather it be weathered. The hood ornament. Remember I had that tin tape on there that somebody had put on there, I guess the previous owner, and wrote Ford with a Sharpie. Well, that's gone. Boom. Yeah, it's weathered. Yeah, it's not the most perfect looking thing, but it is original, and I'd rather see that than tin tape with Sharpie. So there you go. One thing this car definitely needed was new tires. The ones that were on here were, for one, way too small. For two, they're almost see-through, so much dry rot on them. And for three, they were mismatched. Different brands, different sizes. And that's just a bad recipe. That could get you flipped over in a ditch. So I decided to go ahead and put 4 new tires on the car. Discovered that now people want way too much money to mount tires on. So I took the wheels and tires back home and broke out the old manual tire changer and slapped these bad boys on here, because I didn't really want to spend like $150 to have 4 tires put on. It just seemed a little excessive. But anyways, got these new tires mounted up. I did paint the rims so they're nice and gloss black instead of brown rusty looking. And car definitely can be going places now. Don't have to worry about the tires exploding. I really don't trust old radial tires. Really, if they're 10 years old, it's usually about time to replace them if they haven't already started blowing out. I don't know what the deal is. Bad rubber these days or something. Anyways, new tires, that's on there. That was one of the big things to do. And they are on their black wall, which I think looks pretty good. I know I get a lot of hate for running black wall tires, but frankly, a lot of cars back in the day had black wall tires. Not everybody had big white wall tires on their car. And these new radial tires, they have like the 1/2-inch white wall. I just don't think that looks right on a 50s car at all. So I'd rather see the black wall myself. But opinions differ. But if somebody doesn't like it, I guess feel free to donate some wide white wall tires and I'll put them on. Otherwise, there you have it. Anyways, let's get on to some other things that were done. Another thing I want to do real quick is paint these fender skirts that came with the car the correct brown color. They're currently maroon, which doesn't quite match. Car came with, oops, dropped it. Car came with supposedly some paint that was mixed to match the body. I'm gonna go ahead and spray them. Already scuffed it down, and I'm not too concerned with the quality of the paint job at the moment. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, let's see. I don't know. I guess it is brown. I don't know if it's an exact match though. But I guess it'll look better than the maroon. It looks like it'll be pretty close. I think it's a little slight shade off, to be honest. Metallic, so try not to have rose in it. There we go. I don't think it's the right color. Oh well. Boom. I just got it kind of clamped on here. There's supposed to be brackets that hold it in on the edges. The color isn't too far off. I bet you if I clear coated this, I guess polished this a little bit, actually would be pretty close. I think the car is actually a little bit darker, but it might just be the gloss throwing me off. What do you think? Fender skirts or no fender skirts? I'm personally not the biggest fan of fender skirts, but I guess this doesn't look too terrible. This would probably look better with the cruiser skirts, which would go from there all the way to the bumper, so you wouldn't see the gap around the wheel arch. Anyways, I'll just throw these in the trunk. I guess could use this as a lesson on how fender skirts work. So I want to scratch the new paint. This clamps on the inner wheel lip, so you'll put it up on there and rotate this bar up, and then it will lock into place here. And then normally there's either pins or another bracket for the front and back. This one has some homemade ones made out of some various pieces of metal. But that's how your basic fender skirt works. There are different types, but you can see you lift it up and down, and that opens. The other thing was this kickdown right here's the rod going down to the transmission. It was not doing anything, so the transmission was just shifting really quick, 1 2 3, which definitely made this car a slug. If you held it, you had to hold it in first and then shift up to get it to even get out of its way. But for some reason, I guess the previous owner or one of the people, they put a nut and bolt right here on this linkage, and as you see, when it goes down, look at the kickdown rod. It pushes that kickdown rod. See, with that bolt, it only went to right there and stopped. It would hit on this other piece, so the kickdown just never did anything. So took that bolt out, a little bit of adjusting here and there. This car does have like an aftermarket carburetor with a spacer off of like a 70s car, and this kind of janky throttle linkage has been booger welded up. But now, especially with this bolt out of there, so this can freely move, the car will actually kick down and move. It will go out of its way now. The engine still runs good. Going off the numbers, it appears that this actually is a 272 V8 instead of a 292, but I don't think it really matters that much. I do have the original 292 that came out of this car. It was smoking, I guess, so that's why this motor was put in it. And what is that? Kind of looks like the remnants of an old belt. Probably just blew up out of somewhere. I'll just leave this here. Yeah, because the belts on here are relatively new. So, car runs pretty good. You'll see some footage of that thing getting put through its paces. I think we drove this car harder than this car's ever been driven in the past, I don't know, 30 or 40 years probably. Drove it real hard and put it through its paces, and it seems to keep up pretty good. Engine doesn't seem to have any problems. Doesn't smoke, isn't making any crazy noises, and has some get up and go. So all in all, I think the engine's good to go. Not the original motor, but I do have the original block if somebody really had to have a numbers matching 57 Ford. I'm not sure if that's a thing or not, but good to know that the motor runs good. Hood hinge pins. That'll be something that would probably have to go if it were to remain in my ownership. It's just a little too hokey for me, especially when you could probably easily get the correct parts to fix the latch. But this makes it official NASCAR kind of rod, right? I probably would have just put one in the center if it were me, but I didn't do this anyway, nor would I've actually wanted to put hood pins on the car in the first place. Anyways. Yes, as you can see, the dash lights now work instead of having the disco lights. Pro tip, just twist the rheostat back and forth a bunch of times and normally the lights will come back on. Kickdown and can actually kind of get out of its way now. Before it didn't quite do anything, and if you floored it, it did not shift down, so it was kind of slow. Now it does. It's nice when it actually drives a little bit nicer. Yeah. Like how it's more supposed to be. Also put the original wheel back on because that bad boy tiny racing wheel or whatever it is did not work for this car, nor did it look right. So progress. That's a firm shift. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but I think there's a wheel bearing or something.
Yeah.
Going womp womp womp.
That's pretty nice. The little raised portion on the fenders is perfect for lining up with the lines.
Ah, yes. Oh, also these gauges actually are wired up, so when I fixed the headlight switch to actually make the dash lights come on, those came on too, which is kind of handy. Gonna get this live action fuel fill up here to behold the glory that is the rear fill up, which allows you to go to any pump. Ooh, which choice? 87 through 93.
They do advertise that it's high horsepower on low grade fuel.
I don't know. I probably would have went with the cheap one.
Yeah, just be safe.
I feel like that's supposed to go down further. I don't. It seems odd.
I'm gonna go slow and slow up.
Oh, maybe the bumper. Maybe that's dented up. It's
Yeah,
like bent
maybe.
up. Probably somebody hooked it. There's like a raised spot. I bet you somebody
Yeah.
put a hook there to pull it and then bent the bumper up. So I feel like this should lay flat.
Yeah, it's probably supposed to.
Because this is going to skin up my license plate.
That's no good.
Hey, it's spitting gas out.
Slower setting.
Ah, yes. Well,
Put a few gallons out anyways.
oh man, let's say you're supposed to shake it a little bit. Yes, my turn to drive now. Oh, damn. Where's the keys?
I don't know.
Yeah, give me them keys. I find it odd that these Fords have the keys on the left side.
Yeah.
Not sure if there was a reason for that or what. Oh wait, got lots now, so we're gonna use them.
It says 3/4 of a tank, so watch out.
I just want to just back straight into the fender.
That'd be cool.
That'd be real cool.
Be the coolest thing ever.
I locked the new steering wheel, well, the old steering wheel, because the other one I guess was the new one.
Proper steering wheel is best steering wheel.
Oh. Good thing we weren't going around the curve. It would have just ejected out the side. Oh,
Might need
man.
to lube up mechanism.
Yeah.
Handle
Looks
stuff.
like sure mine's down. Yeah, it's just like safety first.
Last time I had that happen, it was in your plaza.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I rolled out of, well, I didn't actually roll out, but I about rolled out of a 57 Plymouth once. I was driving, though, and went around the curve, and the door popped open, and I did a death grip on the steering wheel, and didn't fall out, but I went through an intersection, hanging out of the car. I mean, I was kind of making fun of this car before because of how slow it was, but it's definitely a lot better now. The door pops open right now and I just eject myself out on this curb.
That's no good.
That's no good. So kind of afraid of if I manually put this in low, is it supposed to go into second?
That's what it says it does.
Last time I tried that, it was not going into second for sure.
Oh, maybe it will now.
That's definitely not first. So, okay. Having your transmission adjusted properly is key to the yeah, for factory performance and longevity of your vehicle, probably. Yeah, last time I dropped this into first, or well, low, it went straight into first gear from third gear at like 55 miles an hour, and that wasn't too cool. And that ain't too cool. Who said that? It's from a song. And that ain't too cool.
I only speak of Bob Wills.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, okay.
Remember her song? He's going down Mexico way, all that?
Yeah, yeah.
He heard he shot his old lady. All that, you know. And he says that ain't too cool or something like that.
Some jazz.
It's turn signals. It's also nice the car to actually, like, the stuff works on it. Like the turn signals actually work.
Yeah.
Usually those don't work.
Door locks work.
Yeah, and the keys actually fit the door locks and they work. That's like unheard of. I always get cars where somebody replaced the ignition switch and now the door locks have no key. Because for some reason they always get rid of the key too. Or maybe they bought the car and it didn't have keys, so they replaced the ignition switch instead of having a new key made. So then you can't lock your doors anymore unless you get creative. I want to say this power steering kind of works and then kind of doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
Probably needs a rebuild.
Probably because it's Ford Master God power steering. Sometimes it works good. Like right now, it's like I might as well just have manual steering. Ugh.
Well, when you're 66 years old, you might need stuff rebuilt.
Not if it's Mopar. I didn't lose any hubcaps. And the engine doesn't smoke.
Both pluses.
Did you do that?
Maybe when I was trying it out after adjustment.
Who did this?
He who points.
Yeah, I did that last night. Anyways, yeah, 57 Ford. Still drives better. Tripp's been playing with the carburetor and crap all day while I've been, yeah, the transmission linkage. Because I think somebody wants a Ford. Maybe. So he's doing a lot of work on this, so I hope he's wanting a Ford, because I wouldn't just do work for free. Yeah.
Everything has its price.
Yeah, but pretty cool. Little things they still need to be done, but it's definitely drivable, a lot more drivable than it was. It was definitely a slug. Sounds good too. And it wasn't blue smoke belching out of it.
No, that's pretty good.
So,
And it has oil pressure.
yeah, oil pressure.
I like that.
Idle oil pressure is oral. Idle oil pressure. I say oil weird anyway, apparently, to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yep. Anyways, progress. A 57 Ford rolls up hot, and the guy says, "You coming or what?" What do you do?
Getting in.
Drive away into the sunset. That's probably the most this Ford's been driven, or actually driven hard or normally, in who knows how long.
Yeah.
So I think it's only had like I don't remember, what did I say, like 1,000 miles on it since the last registration.
Yeah.
But yes, Is that keys that actually work the locks?
They are. These are the keys that work the locks.
Impossible. That doesn't exist.
Believe it.
Original key too. So that's kind of a recap on a little bit of work that was done here on this Ford. Definitely a lot drivable now, a lot more fun to drive now that it can actually like move. And just shows you that, you know, cars sometimes need work. Sometimes people shouldn't do work on cars because then they make them worse. Not everyone knows how to work on cars, but it's a learning process. People make mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes myself, and I learned from them. But good to know that this car is capable of driving, and it definitely makes somebody a good car. Be a good driver, kind of first starter car if you wanted to get a classic. Priced would be, you know, very reasonable, and really wouldn't hurt the bank. Plus, there's a lot of stuff available for these cars. They reproduce almost everything, it seems. So there's that. And I like the styling. The more I see this car, the more I actually like it. So maybe I'll have some more Fords in my future. I don't know. I would actually like to have a 59 Ford, but that's from watching too much Crime Story when I was younger. But anyways, that's that. That's kind of the lowdown on what's been done on the Ford so far. It's probably going into a new ownership soon. So maybe you'll see updates from the new owner after that. So anyways, just figured I'd make a short video showing these little updates. So until next time, I guess I'll catch you on the road somewhere.